am I glad to see you guys. Sounds like...
Okay, who's next?
Oh yeah, I'm liking this.
Watch out! There's an AIM helicopter patrolling the deck! I tried to take it out with this anti-aircraft gun, but it's just too fast. Yeah, at the other end of the deck.
You lose, friend. Everyone all right? Got it. Yeah! This one's out. relent. This one's out. Okay, so who's next?
Whatever.
That's gonna leave a bruise.
Mind if I do my happy dance?
Boy, am I glad to see you. Sounds. Got it. The door to the bridge is open. Thanks for the assist. I would have been Swiss cheese if you hadn't taken that helicopter out. You'll get no argument from me. I've had enough excitement for one day.
Bub, you're a mess bigger and badder.
Just like the super soldier serum.
Sure.
You could give up. Sorry about that.
feed you to the entropy device. You will remain immobile as long as I hold this button. I'm afraid you have no other options. Now, to keep things interesting, you'll receive an electrical shock for every incorrect answer you give. Let's begin, shall we? How far is the Earth from the Sun? That was a lucky guess. What is the half-life of strontium-90? Oh, your answer was incorrect. Isn't that shocking? Which of the following is not a subatomic particle? Somehow you're cheating! Which race exterminated itself with technology from the Watchers? Impossible! Is one of you reading my mind? The deal is off! You tricked me somehow! Guards, attack!
Got it.
Much better.
This one's out.
Not now.
I don't have enough power.
Every neighborhood Spider-Man needs help.
Bub, you're a mess.
You did it. Stop the Omega. Well done.
Guys, that was one for the books. There's no time to relax. Colonel Fury wants you back at Stark Tower immediately. Stay where you are, and I'll pick you up at the Quinjet.
You did a good job on the Omega Base team. You saved thousands of lives and billions of dollars in SHIELD equipment. Yes, a device known as the Mutant Amplifier. It magnifies a mutant's natural powers. Until we locate Doom's base, nothing. And since all we're doing is cooling our heels, I want you to investigate a report that there's a riot taking place in Atlantis. See Wyatt Wingfoot, and he'll take you to SHIELD's Atlantis outpost. Or if you'd like more information, talk to the Black Widow.
Warning. A small thermonuclear device is missing, and this was last seen in the weapons lab.
Welcome, and good day to you. I am Edwin Jarvis, personal butler to Mr. Anthony Stark. This area is where Mr. Stark carries out the research and development of his Iron Man suit. As you can imagine, the body armor has become so complex that a staff of technicians is required. You may walk around and inspect the facilities. I believe you'll already find several of your compatriots here.
Yeah. The name's Jack Hammer. But you can call me Weasel. Everyone does. Yeah, and don't worry. I came in through the back. No one saw me. Wyatt Wingfoot gave me a damaged laptop. Said you heroes wanted to know what data was on it? Yeah, that laptop holds security information for a building called the Imperium. I can find out, but you'll have to get me the password into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s priority files. Oh, there's 3 possibilities. Jacob Fury, Baron Strucker, or Gabriel Jones. Talk to Vision. He'll be able to help.
I do hate to impose, but if you see a cufflink somewhere in Stark Tower, could you return it to me? It was lost by Mr. Stark, and it has extreme sentimental value to him. My name is Edwin Jarvis, and I'm Mr. Anthony Stark's butler, as well as the butler. You could say it runs in my blood. My mother and father worked for Mr. Stark's parents. It is a dream of Mr. Stark's that was 4 years in the making. The top 3 floors are his living quarters. The rest of the building houses his business interests. No, not any longer. Mr. Stark recently had a change of heart concerning that particular field of industry. This is primarily where new Iron Man suits are built for Mr. Stark. Oh, indeed he does. But as his designs have grown more and more complex, he has required assistance in manufacturing them. It was...
Sure.
Black Widow is up to something, I just know it. Did you see how nervous she was on the helicarrier? Sure looks like it. She must have been trying to get that laptop to the enemy during the helicarrier battle. Yes. That laptop shows all security systems for the building. And from the looks of those systems, the Imperium must hold something valuable. Not yet. She's his second in command. We're going to need some pretty strong evidence to shake Fury's faith in her. Yes, Colonel Fury's trust doesn't come easily, and once given, it's nearly impossible to break. Okay, so Daredevil and I were close several years back. And the Black Widow and Daredevil were close not so long ago. No, I'm not. I'm long over Daredevil. If he can find happiness with the Black Widow, I wish them both the best. You're welcome.
Hey. It definitely belongs to the Black Widow. It's got her fingerprints all over it. For most techs, it would have been a lost cause, but for me, I managed to drag up a few tidbits of information. It mostly dealt with a building called the Imperium. I don't know, but that laptop had the layout of the building and all kinds of information about the security. I can, but you need to get me Fury's password into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s priority files. I bet I'll find everything you want to know. My sources tell me it's one of 3... That's what I need you to find out. Talk to Vision. He'll be able to help.
Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you. Mr. Stark, there's Miss Bambi and Miss Heather here in the main lobby to see you. The nanotechnology team will be meeting in the Optronics lab. Colonel Fury, Red Ralston is on line 6. Warning, a small thermonuclear device is missing, and this was last seen in the weapons lab.
Thank you for the decryption module. Now I can patch directly into the S.H.I.E.L.D. database. Namor is the first known hybrid of Homo sapiens and Homo mermanus, humans and merpeople. He can breathe water and air, but if he's away from water too long, he will begin to weaken. As with most merpeople, he has an inborn distrust of surface dwellers, and true to his belligerent nature, Namor can take his distrust to the extreme. The Atlanteans are distant cousins to your race. Having evolved on the ocean floor, it is impossible for them to breathe air. Because they live in the extreme conditions of the ocean, merpeople are very hardy. They are stronger than humans, can swim up to 30 miles per hour, and live to be over 150 years of age. I know it's a name Colonel Fury would just as soon forget. Jacob Fury was so jealous of his older brother's success that he turned to a life of crime. Yes, and to make matters worse, the Colonel was forced to kill Jacob. So you can see why Colonel Fury does not care to dwell on that name. I would suggest you talk to the Black Widow about that name. I am glad to be of assistance.
Ah, my cybernetic helmet. Thanks. I owe you one. The mutant amplifier vastly augments any mutant's natural power. So a psychic that can lift a book will become powerful enough to lift a bus. Yes, but it has some serious side effects. The amplifier causes damage to the DNA of any mutant it's used on. Not much. The serum's only worked on Captain America. There's something very peculiar about his physique. That, plus the doctor who originally developed it, is dead. He'd wind up with a bunch of muscle-bound beasts, just like you saw in the Omega. They're psychotic, violent, unable to take orders. Not exactly what you'd want from an army. Ah.
Colonel Fury, Red Roll is on line 6. Warning. A small thermonuclear device is missing, and this was last seen in the weapons lab.
We just received a message from Namorita, the cousin of Namor. Apparently, there is a riot going on in Atlantis, unknown. But for some reason, the Atlanteans have forcibly removed Namor from his throne.
Miss Bambi and Miss Heather are still waiting for you in the main lobby, Mr. Stark.
Yes, which means something is seriously wrong. See Wyatt when you are ready to go to S.H.I.E.L.D.'s outpost in Atlantis. We do not know. He has been a fair and just ruler for many years. The people love him.
Happy birthday, Mr. Grimm.
Perhaps. But Namor has always been kind to his people. There has to be some other explanation for this mass hysteria.
Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan on line.
When Mer people and surface dwellers first met, there was quite a bit of hostility. There were even several invasion attempts.
There's Miss Bambi and Miss Heather
The
here in
relationship
main lobby.
between our two races is lukewarm at best. The Mer people prefer to keep us at arm's distance.
The nanotechnology team will be meeting in the upper
Once you
office
reach
lab.
our Atlantis outpost, you will be infected with a special nanotechnology. Mr. Fantastic and Dr. Pym had a hand in developing it. It will allow you to breathe water with no discomfort. You will also be able to move along the bottom of the ocean, as if you were moving on dry land.
And this was last seen in the weapons lab.
I would not say that name too loud. He is a leader of Hydra, and a longtime nemesis of Colonel Fury.
Preston is on line 5, Colonel Fury.
You should ask Colonel Fury about Mr. Jones. My apologies. I should have given it to him as soon as we arrived. Please, take this to him. You are quite...
Well done on the Omega mission. Will you have the same success in Atlantis?
I'd like you to announce that today is Ben Grimm's 65th birthday.
S.H.I.E.L.D.'s directive is to keep the world peace. To do that, we have to monitor the activities of every major civilization. I'm sure they wouldn't be too happy, and that's why they aren't going to find out about it.
Hogan on line 2 for you.
We realize now that Doom had no intention of commandeering the helicarrier. They attacked to draw additional security forces there.
Miss Heather here in the main lobby to see
Correct.
you.
The Omega and the experiments it held was their prime objective all along.
The nanotechnology team.
Dugan's still trying to sort things out, but apparently the base sustained only minor damage. Yes, they've been locked in a cold storage unit on level 3. Aside from some minor cases of frostbite, everyone was fine. Gabe? Heck yes, he's a great guy. Back in the day, he was one of my Howling Commandos.
In the weapons lab.
He still is. Gabe's one of my top advisors. He saved me from making serious mistakes more times than I care to remember.
Preston is on line 5, Colonel Fury.
You're welcome.
Miss Bambi and Miss Heather are still waiting for you in the main lobby, Mr. Stark.
Welcome, my friend. Do you require... I am glad.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks. When you get back from Atlantis, I'll have all the information you need. Sure.
What can I do for you? You're welcome.
I must admit, I find news of a S.H.I.E.L.D. outpost near Atlantis very intriguing. Now I know the extent S.H.I.E.L.D. is willing to go to gather information on countries with closed borders. Indeed, it does. And now I wonder if perhaps S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't have an outpost hidden there. We have the largest deposit of vibranium in the world. To open our borders would be an invitation to those who would conquer us. Over the centuries, fools have tried. But the Black Panther is always there to stop them. Indeed I am. Victor Von Doom has created a sizable army of supervillains. I don't know, but Doom must have a truly grand scheme to risk attacks on the helicarrier and the Omega base.
You are quite welcome.
Ah, splendid. It was...
Mr. Stark,
They ain't gonna know what hit them.
Mr. Stark,
How's things, Spider-Man?
Not so good. I think my costume shrunk in the dryer.
Ah, there's no problem at all.
The nanotechnology team will be meeting in the Optronics lab. Colonel Fury, Red Ralston is on line 6.
Could I ask a big favor of you?
Warning, a small thermal...
Would you ask Dr. Pym if he could take a look at the Quinjet's data feed to Stark Tower? It cuts out every once in a while.
The President is on line
Anytime.
5, Colonel Fury.
Hi. It's good to see you. Are you kidding? Mr. Stark built this jet as tough as they come. No problem. She's completely submersible.
Listen up, people. We've been sent here to investigate a situation in Atlantis.
What kind of situation we talking about here, Cap?
An hour ago, Namorita sent a message saying a riot's taking place. A crowd broke into the throne room of Atlantis and dragged Namor off his throne.
Why would the Atlanteans riot? They love Namor.
I don't know. Namorita had to stop transmitting before she could give any details.
How are we to handle a mission in the undersea conditions of Atlantis?
There's nanotechnology at this outpost that will let us breathe and move normally through the water. I want to remind you, the Atlanteans aren't exactly big fans of us surface dwellers.
What if they become violent?
Defend yourselves. We have to help Namor any way we can. He's a valuable ally. That's it. Let's be careful out there.
Invisible Woman.
Are we battling supermodels this time?
Good. Locate the nanochamber and activate it. Once the nanites are in your bloodstream, you're free to enter the water.
I'm on it.
Look! Surface dwellers seek to invade our home! Yes, Namor is a friend of the surface dwellers. And for that, he had to pay. Now, you will too!
Sometimes, I don't know my own strength.
This one's down.
Be gone from Atlantis!
Looks like you lose.
Do you really want to get up?
Okay, who's next? I can't move forward.
require no aid. My people are under some type of mind control. I must save them.
Namor, you have to rest. Here, take this medicine. Don't worry. The drug only rendered him unconscious. He's in no condition to fight. If you went to the ancient temple of Negretti, you'd find seaweed I can use to heal Namor. My people are being brainwashed by devices called sonic emitters. It's part of Atuma's scheme. He's a barbarian chief who's always thought he was destined to conquer Atlantis. Looks like he might be right.
You're near the sonic emitters. They're what's making the Atlanteans so violent. Be very careful now. Atuma would not leave the devices unguarded.
Next time, I will play.
I believe these surface dwellers intend on destroying the sonic emitters, Krang.
Then these humans are as foolish as they are weak, my cousin. They stand no chance against our combined might.
True, but I do savor a chance for battle. I grow bored guarding these devices.
As do I. But acting as guards has put us in Atuma's good graces. And that puts us near the throne.
And down the road, who is to say what might happen to King Atuma, eh, cousin?
My feelings exactly. Now let us dispose of these interlopers and prove to Atuma just how trustworthy we are.
My health is low.
Didn't feel right.
I don't have enough energy for that. You guys mind lending me a hand?
Certainly.
How embarrassing for you.
Atuma. Go no further, surface dweller.
I hope this wasn't your day job.
You could just surrender.
Wolverine. Thor.
Let's hit him hard and make it hurt.